To this, people are asking who gets the ball first in my overtime. I was the team that forced the overtime, the team that scored last. Jimmy is answering the phones and helping produce. I want to know, Jimmy, who should have the advantage? I don't want to flip coins. Just who should have the advantage in overtime? And do you have the advantage with my format by getting the ball first or by knowing what you have to do and getting the ball second?
I think you always have an advantage if you get the ball first, because then you can take care of what you got to take care of. Who gets the ball first? Maybe the team that scored last or the better record or something. I don't know if you want to bring that into it for an individual game.
Yeah, that's tough if they have the same records or whatever. I'm inclined to give the ball to the team that forced overtime, especially if you just scored, you're feeling good.
Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2.
We're about that time.
Yeah, we're not far off from going.
No, we're about that time.
Going live here, so. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2. Hey, Aaron, if you can hear me, we're having a hard time getting the audio onto Grove City's live feed. Okay, it's there now? Gotcha. Are we okay? So we're good? Okay, awesome. We're good, Aaron. Never mind. We're all situated there. But they played some very, very tough opponents this year.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. You know, in Erie, you're gonna catch more than your fair share of excellent ball teams out there. And how about the bloodlines in that family? Sarah Schultz's father, Andy, 600 career wins in Erie. That's the standard. That's the history. That's the top of the charts right there in Erie. And then Brian, her brother, coaches the General McLane boys. So total family affair here. Some interesting dinner conversations with that family. But yeah, we mentioned earlier that General McLane unfortunately lost the whole month of January. They played so many games. They actually had 2 double headers trying to make up all these region games to get eligible and so forth. So who knows what you're going to see? Unfortunately, with the way the schedule went this year, they had to hurry up and get everything in. So we'll see if they're rested and if they have the legs to keep up with this Grove City team today.
As we take a look at this team, Brian, they're led by Emily Hess. Hess, the 5'8" senior forward, comes in averaging 13.3 points per game, has made 22 threes on the year, so
right.
Quite a capable scorer is Emily Hess.
Yeah, Emily, she has a great range of inside-outside dribble drive, which is the norm right now, but she can hit it from behind the arc with 22 going on a year. They're going to need every one of them today, and Emily Hess is going to have to get that standard of 13 per game up to about that 16, 17-point range, which she's capable of doing. She's got talent around her, too. Ellie Shade is there to lend about 6 points a game and so forth, 14 threes as well. So they're not shy behind the arc, that's for sure.
Yeah, in addition to Emily Hess, you take a look, you've got Ellie Shade, the 5' senior guard, 5.6 points per game, and Sam Herberg, the 5'10" senior forward, 2.3 points per game. They're really described by Coach Schultz as the leaders of this basketball team.
That's when you have your leaders that are not basically your primary scorers, that says something about those girls. That tells you that they're giving you everything else out there. They're taking the charges, they're giving the assists out, they're getting the ball to who they need to get the ball to, and you want to have kids like that on your team. So that's a great tribute to those 2 players for sure.
We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Grove City Eagles. That comes your way next on Countdown to Tip-Off on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7. Good segment.
Nothing else left after that.
Yeah,
I mean,
yep, for sure. Yeah, good, real nice segment there. Good information too on Andy Schultz and stuff. That was great.
It's the fried chicken breast sub, and finally the one and only number 22 at 15 inches and over 2 pounds of meat and cheese, the Italian Nightmare. Lock, stock,
it's funny. This is kind of like riding a bicycle. We haven't done it for a while. You sort of, once you put that headset on, you kind of comes back pretty quick. Luckily.
And now,
once the game gets going,
it's easy. This is the hard part,
yeah, I
for
agree.
sure. Absolutely.
I agree.
Yep. Yeah, once you get to game time, it's
Especially when you're not real familiar.
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know, everything I'm reading is off of paper. I don't.
Yep. Yep.
All right, then.
No
1
doubt.
week later.
You never showed up this morning.
Yeah, I got sick.
Thought you said you were reliable.
I said we were trustworthy.
What?
Warner's Homes and Improvements have over 50 years of experience working with all types of windows. You can depend on Warner's Homes and Improvements to give you a great quality product. The majority of Warner's window installations will be completed within 1 business day. Their certified technicians will install your windows with a tight seal to give you protection from the elements and savings on your energy bills. Warner's Homes and Improvements offers a number of services for replacement windows. For more details, go to warnerconstruction.com. Quality you can trust. Warner's Homes and Improvements, South Erie Street, Mercer.
Reinhardt's Insurance Agency is proud to honor the Mercer County Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Reinhardt's honors Reynolds wrestling standout Gary Steen as the February Male Athlete of the Month. Reinhardt's Insurance also honors Grove City girls basketball standouts Becca Sanum and Clara Hannon as the February Female Co-Athletes of the Month. Congratulations to Reynolds Gary Steen and Grove City's Becca Sanum and Clara Hannon as they are the February Reinhardt's Insurance Agency Athletes of the Month. Go to reinhardts.com for more information.
It's coming sooner than you think.
No!
You can run, but you can't hide. It's close. It's cold and flu season.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Hermitage has everything you need to stay healthy all season long, which includes offering flu shots every day. Visit the Medicine Shop Pharmacy and get your flu shot. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, East 8th Street in Hermitage.
Okay, class. Today, we're discussing what does a roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rained on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and the neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to
The boys' games
shelter
here,
in place.
they have a DJ in the corner. Even this year they had a DJ. And it's so loud in here.
Oh my!
Oh, you can hardly even hear us when.
The
Yeah.
Penn Ohio
Oh boy, that's
Roofing and
tough.
Siding Group can help keep your
I remember when
family
I first
safe now
started, we'd
more
be
than
up at
ever.
Sharon,
Go to
and they'd have like a pep band.
PennOhioRC.com to start
Oh,
your
yeah.
I remember, like, I'd
installation
have to
today.
like
Sports
push the
injuries slow
headsets
you
to,
down,
to
but
hear
the team
what,
at Sharon Regional Sports
Yeah.
Medicine is dedicated to getting you safely back on the move. Their nationally board and state certified athletic trainers and specially trained PTs and OTs are there to meet your needs. From ACL tears to rotator cuff injuries, shoulder, arm, or ankle pain, and more, the team works closely with you to reduce pain, speed healing, and prevent re-injury. Visit Sharon Regional Sports Medicine, conveniently located in Hermitage, Mercer, and Hubbard, Ohio.
Agriculture is an important part of life in our community, always has been. We support the agriculture economy in everything we do. We're the community-minded folks, so money you entrust to us goes back into the local economy, to local farms and farm families, because keeping farms on solid ground is a growing concern of everyone's. Mercer County State Bank, member FDIC, community-minded, just like you.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Taylor Toyota, Chevrolet, and Kia of Hermitage. Online at drivetaylor.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to Tip-Off. District 10 Class 5A Girls quarterfinal matchup. Grove City Eagles, General McLane Lancers. And now, Brian, we'll turn our attention to the homestanding. That's right, homestanding in the playoffs. One of the differences here in this COVID season, home playoff games. The Grove City Eagles, Coach Chris Birch brings his team in at a record of 14-3. And they are led, Brian, by the aforementioned Reinhardt's Mercer County co-female athletes of the month. That, of course, being Clara Hannon and Becca Santum.
Yeah, it all runs through those two. And, I mean, if you look at them on the stat sheet, they are separated by 2 points on the year. You know, you've got Clara Hannon out front there with 226, right behind her, Becca Santum with 224. So that's 13.3 and 13.2 per game right there, and that's total even scoring right there. You know, typically you have that 17-pointer and then a 13 and a 9, but they're right there neck and neck as far as leading this team. And don't forget about Allie Lewis going to be in there as well, a senior that Chris Birch is totally high on. You know, and don't forget that there is an advantage to coming across town, going to your own locker, in your own locker room. So they have an advantage with that for sure over General McLane playing here at home.
And to your point, Brian, Coach Birch will mention that to us in his pregame interview, the advantage and the familiarity, you know, with getting to play at home. That's a big-time advantage anytime you're at home, but particularly in the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know all about that, you know, when you travel on the road, you know, in your football season and so forth. And you kind of take light of that fact about the locker. That used to be a pain. You know, you go in there and you can't get this one open. You're uncomfortable no matter what before you start. Here they feel right at home, that's for sure.
They certainly do. In addition to Clara Hannon and Becca Santum, Coach Birch also mentioned Emma Santum. He really cited her prowess on the defensive end of the floor, Brian. Said she, night in and night out, draws the opponent's toughest matchup offensively. And he said, you know, he's very confident in her ability to hold that player to under their season average.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Both the Santum girls are tough. I know their father was a teacher at Reynolds and cross-country coach, I believe. And so Wayne's a proud father out there. But no, two hard-nosed kids, coachable kids. I think that's what Chris Birch is trying to get out, is the fact that they're extremely coachable. They listen to what Coach Birch wants done, and then they go out there and they play it to the highest degree.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from the General McLane head coach, Sarah Schultz. That interview comes your way on the other side of the break, right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7. Aaron, if you can, maybe do like a 1 minute break, Aaron. We're running a little bit, as I'm watching the clock and such.
Monthly payments differ substantially.
We're getting down there pretty quick. So if you're able, if you can just do a 1 minute break here and bring us back to get the interview started, that would be great. Thank you.
Up to the age of 70.
And we do have media timeouts
your
today.
Social Security benefit option.
Awesome.
Call Dave Cashdollar or Tim Cashdollar at 724-458-5233. Or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC. Member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cashdollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cashdollar & Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Taylor, Toyota, Chevrolet, and Kia of Hermitage. Online at Drive.
Welcome back to Countdown to Tip-Off. I'm Brandon Philly and being joined by the head coach of the General McLane Lancers, Sarah Schultz. Coach, you get your team ready today for the Class 5A District 10 quarterfinal. Just a few of your thoughts.
The girls are really excited. We're excited to be here and have this opportunity. It's been a long season for all, so I think that we're just going to try to seize the moment when we can.
Coach, in preparing for the game, a couple players that stood out to me were Emily Hess and Ellie Shade. Maybe a few of your thoughts on those two ladies and some other players we should keep our eyes on today.
Yep, those two are two of our seniors. Emily played last year and was kind of a leader for us, and Ellie had an ACL tear last year, so she missed the season, and then came back her senior year. She's a great leader, great role model for the younger kids, and other than that, we're young, so those two kind of are our leaders on the team, along with Sam Herberger.
So kind of a unique scenario this year with COVID as far as playoff venues, a chance for teams to host playoff games. Talk about the impact that playing this game at Grove City may have.
I wish it were at McLane, but, it is what it is, and we just play anywhere they put us. So if it happens to be at Grove City, that's just where we play.
Coach, let's turn our attention now to your opponent today, the Grove City Eagles. What would you consider to be some of their strengths, and what about them particularly impresses you?
Well, they're always well coached. Coach Birch does a great job, always hustles, tries hard. They have two players. Becca Santum is a great shooter. She scores down low. And then they have the shooter and number 3. And so we're just going to try to contain them the best we can and stop their role players from getting rebounds.
I can tell you, having to talk to Coach Birch, he says the same things about you as a coach that you say about him. So awfully nice, two coaches with a lot of mutual respect for one another. Final question, Coach, then we'll let you get your team ready for today's playoff game. Give me 3 keys for the General McLane Lancers to be victorious and advance to the District 10 semifinals.
Rebound, try hard, and have fun.
Those are the thoughts of General McLane Lancers head coach Sarah Schultz. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more Countdown to Tip-Off next, right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Music loud, and the neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to safely shelter in place.
It means that
Aaron, can you bring us back in 30 seconds here? I think I mistimed this a wee little bit.
To me, a roof means a home.
The Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to PennOhioRC.com to start your installation today.
Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by Taylor, Toyota, Chevrolet, and Kia of Hermitage. Online at DriveTaylor.com.
Welcome back to Countdown to Tip-Off. Brandon Philly and being joined by the head coach of the Grove City Eagles, Chris Birch. Coach, you bring your team into this District 10 Class 5A quarterfinal, regular season record of 14-3. You guys are playing great basketball. Talk a little bit about what it means to begin the playoff journey today.
Yeah, Brandon, it's terrific. You know, first of all, it's awesome that you guys are here covering us, and always great to see you. And so we're really excited. We finished the season on a real high note. You know, we played maybe our 2 best basketball games of the season, winning big. Winning by large margins against 2 teams who we thought were really good teams in Hickory and Sharpsville. So people would look at that margin and think that was maybe Hickory or Sharpsville. I thought it had a lot more to do with us on those 2 nights. And then we went up and played a great McDowell team, certainly between them and Slippery Rock and Warren. Those are, they're amongst the 3 best public school teams in all of District 10. And we went up there and battled and played hard, lost the game, but I felt real good about the way we played. So yeah, we come in here with a lot of momentum, a good vibe, healthy for the most part. Certainly to start the playoff season here, we feel awfully good.
Looking at the roster and preparing for the game, Coach, certainly Clara Hannon, Becca Santum jump out at you. Clara Hannon averaging 13.3 points per game, Becca Santum at 13.2 points per game. But also you've got Emma Santum, just, somebody in your words, a great defender, a freshman. Piper Como, talk a little bit about some of these girls and the roles that they'll play today.
Well, I mean, Clara and Becca, obviously, they've been doing almost exactly what they've done this year now for 4 straight seasons. You talk about consistency. They have been, right around that 14, 15 points per game mark for 4 consecutive seasons, both of them. And, this year they've taken on certainly a few different roles. We got Clara doing some things inside, and same with Becca with the absence of Katie McDowell, who graduated last year. So they've just been doing their thing. Becca's been fighting a little bit of a foot issue, so it's kind of slowed her down a little bit, but she's kind of starting to creep back to 100% there. And yeah, some of the peripheral players, some of the kind of the role players, people would call them. We basically have about 5 kids that are averaging about 4 points a game, right? So we got those 2, and then we got 5 other ones that are averaging right around 4 points a game. And, Emma Santum, like I told you, before we got on air, we put her on the other team's best player every game, and almost every game, she does a good job and holds that other team's best player to about half of their points per game. And, you talk about what a comfortable feeling that is. You look at somebody, okay, they have so-and-so that's averaging 16 a game. Emma, whether it's a center or a point guard, it doesn't matter. She guards them all, and she does such a great job with that. We've gotten, really nice play out of our point guard, Hannah Reiber, and Allie Lewis. Little bit of an up and down season. Some health things hampering her a little bit, but she's really starting to come around again. She had that unbelievable playoff run last year. and she's starting to come around and has really put together a nice senior season. And then we've been getting some terrific bench play. Piper Como, the freshman, her minutes per game have been going up and up and up and up, and with that as her points per game. She's so skilled, she's so smart, she sees the floor, she plays good defense. She gives us something we haven't had, and she's been great. And then Delaney Callahan has been doing a nice job kind of in that seventh man role, that role where one game you're needed, you play 20 minutes a game. The next game you play one. You can never tell by her demeanor which one that is. And, she does a nice job defensively. She can make open shots. She's a good passer. So, all in all, each one of those seven have, contributed the thing we've needed from them, as we've kind of gone through the regular season.
Coach, talk about the impact, a very unique situation this year with these home playoff games. Yeah. What impact do you think that will have opening up your playoff run here at home?
Well, I think, first of all, there is an uncomfortable feeling when you go somewhere else for the playoffs, right? I mean, even if it's, like last year we played this game at Farrell. So obviously we were a lot more comfortable in General McLane, but it's still, you go to Farrell. There's all kinds of guys with, suits and ties on that are telling you where to go and telling you can't get on the floor and, all that kind of stuff. And it's just a little kind of a daunting feeling. Whereas here, we had breakfast across the street at Main Street Diner. We did all those kind of things. And, here we are, kind of in our normal zone. So certainly for the home teams, it's big. And then even, you look down the road. If we are fortunate enough to get by this one, we're probably going to go to a very familiar gym of a region opponent and then, somebody else's gym. So it certainly changes things. But I remember you talking about it this fall, and I'm certainly going to talk about it to the girls today. I saved it. I didn't talk about it all week, but I'm going to save it. What a unique situation it is to get a home playoff win, because that's not something that was part of our lexicon before, right, is home playoff wins and, just what a neat thing that is and what a neat memory that'll be for everybody. So yeah, I mean, we're certainly excited to be here. We're comfortable to be here, but you know how it is. Like for you, once kickoff happens, for us, once the tip-off happens, it's still 5 good players in the red jerseys against 5 good players in the white jerseys, and we have to get it done. So, but it is, everything else about it is really nice.
Coach, let's turn our attention now to your opponent here this afternoon, the General McLane Lancers. Talk a little bit about them, some of their strengths, and what about them impresses you?
I mean, first of all, they are unbelievably well coached. Coach Schultz does such a good job with them. They run. I don't know. I'm impressed sometimes with myself to have just a couple of sets. We got some motion offense that's continuous, but it's tough to execute sets. She has like 50 sets that she runs. And they're all, they all have sort of those counters. You take this away, there's this, and she does such a good job with that with her team. And the word that Coach Ranker and Coach Lucido and I have been saying all week is sound. They are sound. They're defensively, they're sound. They're on time. They're physical. They're strong. They just do a whole lot of things. I think the one thing that they have struggled with that we're going to try to, really play into is when they played the elite teams on their schedule, when they've played Warren, when they've played McDowell, when they've played Harbor Creek, they run a lot of sets. They play really good defense, but they have trouble scoring. So for us, certainly when you look at a strategy, if we can hold them in the 30s, we're going to feel really good. And that's what the teams that beat them this year did.
Coach, final question, then we'll let you get your Grove City Eagle team ready to open up your playoff run. Give me 3 keys for Grove City to be successful and advance to the District 10 semifinals.
I think we have to be in control of the tempo, Brendan. I think, we have to, we have to make the game fast. And when we make the game fast, it's got to force them into some turnovers and some hurried shots. And we have to finish. But I also think when we want to slow the game down and run our offense and make it slow, we've got to dictate that to them. So whether it's fast or whether it's slow, we've got to dictate the tempo to them. I think that's one. Number 2, I think, again, it's our defense. They have a great player in Emily Hess. I forgot to mention her. So we have to do a really good job containing her. If she has 10, we're going to have a good chance. If she has 30, probably not. You know, it's one of those deals with her. So we have to do a good job with her defensively. And then I think, again, you know, this is that thing, you hate to say it as a coach because it sounds like you're putting it on your players. But, I mean, I think we have to execute and finish. You know, I mean, we have prepared all week to execute. We've certainly done a good job finishing in practice, but, you know, you get out there, it's the playoffs. You know, if we shoot 30%, we're going to have a chance. If we shoot 60%, I'm guaranteeing a win. If we shoot 10%, we're going to be in trouble, you know. And, of course, that's in every game, but we got to get out there and make shots and do the things that we've done all year along those lines.
One of the best interviews in all of Mercer County, head coach for the Grove City Eagles, Chris Birch. And Chris, certainly on a personal level, I know any chance I get the opportunity to call a basketball game, I always go back to starting out as a young bro. Sports Radio 96.7.
Advantage of the latest checking, savings,
Hey,
and
Aaron,
investment
30
plans.
seconds here. I know I
Competitive
mistimed the
loan rates
pregame
and
a wee little bit. My
Where in the
apologies,
world
but
can you find
30
this kind of
seconds here.
service?
Aaron, get us back
You
so I
know
can do the
where.
starting lineups.
Mercer County State Bank, member FDIC, community minded.
First quarter rejoiner whenever you come back. .com. With that, we'll go ahead first and meet the starting lineup for the General McLane Lancers. They will go like this. Starting at forward, a senior 5'10", wearing number 45, Sam Herberg. A senior forward, number 42, Emily Hess. A junior guard wearing number 15, Peyton Massey. A junior guard wearing number 24, Louisa Opp, and a senior guard wearing number 21, Ellie Shade. For Grove City, they look like this. Senior guard wearing number 3, Clara Hannon. Senior forward, number 11, Allie Lewis. Junior guard, number 30, Hannah Reiber. Senior guard, number 21, Becca Santum. And junior guard forward, number 22, Emma Santum. And here we are about to get underway here in the District 10 playoffs. Tip is going to be controlled. It's going to go back to General McLane. With the basketball now will be Opp. Opp, top of the key, dribbles left side. Opp going to move it along to number 42, Emily Hess. Hess, the team's leading scorer at 13.3 a game. Hess in the paint, strong take, shot, no. Offensive rebound going to be grabbed by Sam Herberg. Loose ball, whistle. We're going to have a jump ball. And the arrow will go to Grove City.
Yeah, Coach Birch talked about the sets, and they're very patient. They come out against a man-to-man by Grove City, took some time off the clock, a nice dribble drive, just didn't go through the hoop for them.
Grove City today wearing the white uniforms, black numerals trimmed in gold for General McLane. Red unis, white numerals. Grove City with it now, 0-0, 7:22 to go in the first.
General McLane and a man-to-man as well.
Shot going to be up on the way for Grove City. Emma Santum shot no good. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles, so it'll go back to General McLane.
If you like old school basketball, both of those possessions by Grove City and General McLane, old school, a lot of movement, a lot of motion.
Hess with it. Going to move it on to Massey and then worked around back to Emily Hess. 3-ball on the way. That shot no good. Loose ball foul on the rebound. I believe that's going to be assessed against Peyton Massey, her first team first.
Yeah, Grove City had inside position on that. She come over the back, and that's one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about. There's not a lot of depth on this General McLane team. They're going to have to stay foul-free today.
Reiber with the basketball on to Emma Santum. Down low they go, taking a look for Becca Santum. She'll be whistled for, I believe, a double dribble.
Yeah, she definitely caught it and then went down and dribbled it and put it in her other hand when she tried to take it to the hoop. So turnover there by the Eagles.
A little bit of pressure now being applied by Grove City. Hess with it, going to work it around to Opp. Opp going to swing it for Shade. Ellie Shade with it on the right side. A little give and go out front. Worked around now for Opp, and we're going to have a whistle. A foul is going to be against General McLane. And let's see who they get on the call. I believe the foul is going to go against Opp. That's going to be her second,
yeah,
Brian.
Yep, absolutely. And that was away from the hoop, too. That was an unnecessary foul.
Reiber with the basketball, going to work it on to Emma Santum. Santum left side surveys. Santum around for Allie Lewis, and then back to Reiber. 3-ball on the way for Becca Santum off the iron, no good. Ball going to be kicked back out. Hannah Reiber will try the 3. That shot, no. Allie Lewis, another offensive rebound. Good work down low from Lewis.
Absolutely, keeping it alive. Nice job by Lewis.
Santum with it. Becca Santum left side. Survey is going to work it around to Reiber. Reiber back out front will find Emma Santum. Santum looking for a cutting Lewis, and now going to work it to Clara Hannon. Hannon to Santum, back to Hannon. Hannon from the foul line, up and in for 2. Grove City scores first, 2-0. They lead with 5:30 to go in the first.
Real nice possession, which now puts them in a full court 1-3-1 press.
Pressure being applied by Grove City. McLane able to break. 3-ball on the way for McLane. Massey's shot no good. Rebound McLane. The putback from no, and here come the Eagles. Hannon with it. Clara Hannon back to Santum. Hannon, and the ball is going to be taken away by General McLane. Down low, McLane trying to find Herberg. Ball deflected out of bounds by Grove City, but McLane will remain in possession.
Yeah, good hustle there, getting back in transition defensively for the Eagles. McLane had a wide open layup, but they were able to get back defensively.
Holly Shreve checking into the General McLane lineup. Giving away will be Peyton Massey, who picked up the 2 quick personal fouls. With the basketball, Shade. Ellie Shade going to work it around for Opp, top of the key. Opp dribbling. Spin move, shot off the backboard, no good. A loose ball, and let's see the call. We're going to have a jump ball. And I believe the arrow will stay with General McLane.
I tell you what, right now, General McLane's getting their share of offensive rebounds as well. Grove City's going to have to do a better job boxing out, then get in transition, which I think will pick up the tempo for them, and I think definitely an advantage for them.
Opp set to inbound. Opp will get it into Hess. Hess dribble drive, a beautiful find underneath for Herberg. An excellent pass from Emily Hess. Herberg shot no good, but she'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, that's that dribble drive that we talk about all the time. You can either kick it out or look underneath. It was a nice pass underneath. Going to go to the free throw line.
4:37 to go first quarter. 2-0 Grove City leading General McLane in this Class 5A girls quarterfinal matchup. Herberg, first free throw, too strong off the iron. One more upcoming on the 2-shot foul.
Grove City's going to have to box out here. Lancers go after it hard.
Shot up and in for Herberg, making the score 2-1. Grove City in front with 4:37 to play opening quarter.
General McLane back in a man-to-man.
Lewis with it now on the left side for the Eagles. Lewis surveying. Lewis try to get it to a cutting Becca Santum. The ball carom off her hands out of bounds, and it'll go back to General McLane.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Schultz right now, you love the pace of this game. You love right where you're at with 4:20 to go in the first period.
McLane with the basketball. They'll move it to Hess. Emily Hess try to go to Herberg, but unable to handle the pass was Herberg, and it'll go out of bounds back to Grove City.
Yeah, I think I jinxed them. Yeah, just girl turned her head to the ball, and the ball went out of bounds.
Piper Como entering the Grove City lineup, giving way Allie Lewis. Reiber with it now across the timeline. Reiber going to work it to Emma Santum. Emma Santum surveying, moving it on to Reiber. Now back to Piper Como, who checked in off the Grove City bench. Reiber surveying. Reiber to Becca Santum. Becca Santum going to move it along and get it back. Good motion here on this offensive set for Grove City.
Absolutely.
Down low, an excellent post move from Becca Santum. Shot, however, no good, and it'll go back to McLane.
Grove City drops back into man-to-man. They've been coming up full court on the make, but 2-1 ball game right now.
Opp with it. Opp in the paint, try to find Herberg. That pass intercepted by Clara Hannon. Hannon down the floor for the Eagles. Moves it now to the right side to Reiber. Back to Hannon. Clara Hannon, 3-ball on the way. Yes!
But that's that motion that Grove City's doing to you defensively, having to react, slide across the gym floor. It's going to leave gaps here. Nice 3-ball.
5-1. Grove City leads McLane with 3:11 to go in the first. Herberg to Hess. Hess to Shade. And now they'll work it back around to Opp.
Both teams very, very patient offensively.
Louisa Opp with it, 2:55 to go in the first. 5-1, Grove City on top. Now Ellie Shade, back to Opp. Brian, I think Grove City, correct me if I'm wrong, pretty nice job right now on the defensive end.
Yeah, absolutely. They're playing 25 feet away from the hoop, so that's a positive.
Here's Opp, dribble drive in the lane. Shot, no, rebound, it's Santum. Santum fighting with Shreve, gonna go out of bounds. They're gonna say last touched by, let's see, last touched it should be.
Against the Lancers.
By McLane. And with that, we should have our media timeout with 2:33 to go in the first. Grove City leads General McLane 5-1. Back after this on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Okay, class. Today, we're discussing what does a roof mean to you?
It means that I don't get rained on when I'm inside.
It means I can play my music loud and the neighbors can't hear it.
It allows my family to safely shelter in place.
It means that we can be protected from outside germs.
It's where we can dance through the quarantine. To me, a roof means a home.
The Penn Ohio Roofing and Siding Group can help keep your family safe now more than ever. Go to pennohiorc.com to start your installation today.
What do I get for my vote? As voters, we have every right to ask that question. Here in Mercer County, we have an important decision to make on May 18th as we choose our next county judge. What do I get for my vote? Magisterial District Judge D. Neil McEwen will answer that question in full transparency. With a vote for Judge McEwen, we get a commitment to integrity, honesty, and fairness. Experience for the bench, earned on the bench. What do I get for my vote? Get the full answer now at neilmcEwenforjudge.com.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect D. Neil McEwen Judge. Aaron Pisano, Treasurer.
The second quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, one of the area's most respected construction companies since 1958.
And welcome back to Grove City first quarter action. Grove City leading General McLane 5-1 with 2:33 to go in the first. And a bit of confusion now, Brian. The officials at the scorers table, I think that it may be on whose ball it was, but the officials clearly getting this right as it was last touched by the Lancers.
Yeah, Jim Hart, Ron Jackson, and George Snyder, veteran crew on this game today.
Reiber with it now on the right side, dribbles top of the key. Going to move it around for Clara Hannon. Hannon back to Reiber, around to Emma Santum. Now Becca Santum thought about three from the top of the key, but decided to work it around. Excellent motion offense by Grove City. Tons of movement. Como now, good look from three, and Piper Como nails the triple.
That is textbook half-court offense at its best. 3-4 reversals, open shot, uncontested.
Piper Como, the freshman off the bench, with a big three to give Grove City a 7-1 edge with 1:54 to go in the first.
We talked about Grove City's depth. There's a perfect example of it.
Holly Shreve with it in some trouble, able to find Hess. Emily Hess going to pull it back out now and reset the McLane offense. Chris Birch clapping, fired up down there on that Eagle sideline.
Well, he's picking up the intensity, not just in himself, but his team. They're trapping now out of this man-to-man.
Hess with it. Hess going to work it around to Shade. Ellie Shade up and in for three, 7-4. She cuts the deficit to three with 1:24 to go in the first.
It's one of the things that were just a little bit pressuring too far away from the hoop, left her wide open.
Becca Santum on the right side, going to go to Reiber, and now Como. Como, a nice pass to Becca Santum, left block. Santum draws the double team, but splits it up and in for two.
Wow, not a lot of room down there on that baseline. Nice move, squared her shoulders up real nice, put it off the glass.
9-4. Grove City leads by 5 with a minute to go in the first. Hess quickly on the other end. Three ball, that off the mark, no good. Rebound Becca Santum, and she'll push tempo. Santum and Hannon. And ball is going to be contested, tied up, but Santum with a beautiful move on the baseline, unable to finish, and then blocked by Opp down low, and here comes McLane.
Yeah, a lot of movement there, everything but the 2 points.
9-4, the Eagles lead us 5 with 34 seconds to play in the first quarter. And we're going to have a blocking call against Como. It was Louisa Opp trying on the dribble drive. Como whistled for the block, so it'll be McLane ball out of bounds with 30 seconds to go in the first.
Well, clearly Grove City's trying to pick up the tempo here, and they're trying to put General McLane in some bad spots, which they've done. The one thing they have to do, once they cause those turnovers, get out in transition. I think that would bode well for Grove City right now.
A little too unselfish.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But, boy, what hustle by Grove City there. I mean, 5 girls around that ball, collapsing defensively.
Piper Como going to bring it up the floor now for the Eagles. 10 seconds to go. First quarter, 9-4, Grove City on top. Clara Hannon with it, hands off to Como. Tries to find Hannon on a wraparound screen. Unable to do so, and now Herberg on the other end did not get the shot off in time, and that's going to do it. First quarter in the books with the score. Grove City 9, General McLane 4. Back with second quarter action next on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Lombardi Dental takes pride in providing stress-free, convenient, and affordable dental care for you and your family. Visit lombardismiles.com to see the services that they provide, then relax.
I'm not even going to look in your mouth until you're ready for it. And, you know, the fact that they've taken the leap of faith and they've swallowed their pride and they've come in to see me to get help, I applaud people for that.
Lombardi Dental in Sharpsville at 60 North Mercer Avenue. Discover your smile at Lombardi Dental.
Reinhardt's Insurance Agency is proud to honor the Mercer County Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Reinhardt's honors Reynolds wrestling standout Gary Steen as the February Male Athlete of the Month. Reinhardt's Insurance also honors Grove City Girls basketball standouts Becca Sanum and Clara Hannon as the February Female Co-Athletes of the Month. Congratulations to Reynolds Gary Steen and Grove City's Becca Sanum and Clara Hannon as they are the February Reinhardt's Insurance Agency Athletes of the Month. Go to Reinhardt's.com for more information.
The second quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, one of the area's most respected construction companies since 1958.
And welcome back. Second quarter action. Herberg for 3, and Herberger, no, they're going to stay at 2 now with a foot on the line. A long shot from Herberg. It'll be up and in for 2.
Yeah, but every time Grove City's trying to pull away, McLane comes with a big hoop.
7:34 to go. Second quarter, 9-6. Grove City leads by 3. Becca Sanum, 3 ball. That off the mark, no good. Rebound going to be snatched out of there by Peyton Massey, who re-entered the game during the quarter break.
Grove City remains in the man-to-man. See if they trap out of this.
Hess with it now between the circles, going to retreat toward the midcourt stripe. Emily Hess surveys, moves it on now to Shade. Shade down low for Opp. Shot, no. Jump ball called. Arrow going to favor Grove City.
I think we're going to get a lot of arrow work today. That's been about the 5th or 6th jump ball already in this game. And mainly because they're really not establishing themselves defensively, so they're going to have to get the rebounds position better here.
Como brings it across the timeline. A steal. Ellie Shade picks it off. Shade in transition. Too strong off the backboard. No good. Rebound Como and show outlet to Hannon. Clara Hannon, right wing, 4-3.
Wow.
Yes.
Clara Hannon. That's called feeling it right there. She knew she was going to take that shot 10 seconds before she did it.
12-6. The Hannon 3 gets the Eagles lead back to 6 with 6:33 to play in the second quarter.
See if they can keep this momentum.
With the basketball is Opp. Going to move it now to Emily Hess. Hess between the circles. Back around to Opp. And a near steal by Hannon. But Hess able to regain control. Hess going to be met by 2 Eagle defenders and now move it on to Opp and around to Massey. Peyton Massey for 3. That off the mark. No good. Offensive rebound. Herberg worked back out to Ellie Shade. Shade, her shot too strong. And a rebound going to be grabbed by Louisa Opp. And a foul will ensue. That against the Eagles. So it'll be McLane ball out of bounds.
Yeah, long rebounds here today because they're taking a lot of 3 balls. So you're going to have to box out in that lane, clear the lane out. And neither team has been able to do that successfully so far in this ball game. So I think that's going to be a huge key. Both these coaches will be talking about at halftime.
Hannah Reiber in. Emma Santum out. She'll get a break, so that switches Becca Santum on to Emily Hess defensively. And we're going to have a whistle on the floor. I think they're going to get Becca Santum. That's going to put Emily Hess on the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Emily Hess got Becca Santum up in the air, dove underneath her, and unfortunately Santum come down on her arm.
Here's Hess. Line to the right. Her first free throw, up and in.
Yeah, good-looking free throw, too.
Hess, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. Second free throw on the way for Hess. It's up. That one too strong off the back iron, but an offensive rebound by Herberg. Herberg going to try to kick it back out. That's going to be an over and back violation. And it will be Eagles basketball leading 12-7 with 5:50 to go in the first half.
Even in a half-court set, Grove City's making General McLane play at a pace I don't think they're comfortable with right now.
Ryber going to bring it across the timeline now for the Eagles. On to Allie Lewis, a beautiful find. Becca Santom down low, shot no, offensive rebound no, but Santom will head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, she's everywhere out there, offensively, defensively, but again, nice motion offense, got a nice cut coming through the hoop there. Unfortunately, just missed the layup.
Becca to Santom. Santom in the lane, kick out to Allie Lewis. Lewis up and in for the deuce.
Yeah, big hoop again by Allie Lewis right there. When they need it, gives them a 10-point lead right now.
17-7. The Eagle lead is now double digits with 5:03 to go in the second quarter. Hess dribbling, going to move it along to Peyton Massey. Massey in the lane, hoop in the harm for Peyton Massey on a tough shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Went around the defender, drew the foul, laid it off the glass at a difficult angle on the left side. Did a nice job.
Massey with it, line to the right, 4:49 to go, second quarter, trying to convert the and one. Free throw on the way, it's up too strong off the back iron, and a good rebound for Piper Como in Grove City. Como with it now, top of the key. Como going to go to Allie Lewis. And now Becca Santom, three ball lined it up from the top of the key. Shot no, offensive rebound, Hannah Ryber back to Santom. Becca Santom to Como. And Como going to back it out and reset the attack.
Yeah, nice job, nice leadership there, right there.
Becca Santom left wing, dribble drive, kick out to Ryber. Ryber for three, that one too strong off the iron, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds to General McLane. So 16-9, our score here in the second quarter. Grove City leading with 4:16 to play.
Grove City just cannot pull away from General McLane. That just shows you they're a well-coached team. They're not going to go away easily.
Indeed the case. Opp with it off of Massey's screen. Going to go to Hess. Emily Hess three ball. That one off the iron. Rebound by Herberg. Herberg going to give it to Opp. And then around to Ellie Shade. Back now to Louisa Opp, who will reset. Opp, dribble drive, tough floater in the lane, no good. A rebound going to be grabbed out of there by Hannon. Here's Clara Hannon with it. Hannon, kick to Santom. Santom working hard on the baseline, and a foul going to be called against General McLane.
Nice dribble drive there, and we see it a lot in the boys, not so much in the girls, but in the boys we do. And I think we should have a media timeout.
And let's see. Indeed, that will be the case. Right. We'll take the media break at 3:40 to go in the second quarter. Grove City leading General McLane 16-9. Back after these messages on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
It's coming sooner than you think.
No!
You can run, but you can't hide. It's close. It's cold and flu season.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Hermitage has everything you need to stay healthy all season long, which includes offering flu shots every day. Visit the Medicine Shop Pharmacy and get your flu shot. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, East State Street in Hermitage.
Can you judge a judge? You will on May 18th as we vote for our next Mercer County judge. One candidate has both the aptitude and a proven judicial temperament for the position. As a former prosecutor and current magisterial district judge, D. Neil McEwen has committed a career to both the safety and security of Mercer County and the integrity of the bench. D. Neil McEwen, experience for the bench, earned on the bench. Get the full answer now at neilmcEwenforjudge.com.
Paid for by the Committee to elect D. Neil McEwen Judge. Aaron Pisano, Treasurer.
The second quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, one of the area's most respected construction companies since 1958.
16-9, Grove City leading. Como off the inbounds pass, a long deuce with a foot on the line, but Como extends the Grove City lead to 9.
Now they've got to pick it up. Now they got to go after McLane. Take that momentum.
3:25 to go second quarter, 18-9. Grove City leading General McLane. Hess with it now, a little weave out front for the Lancers.
A little old school basketball here, Brandon.
Yes, indeed. Hess off and Shade running the weave. Hess now calling out the offense. Hess with a nice crossover dribble. Good defensive positioning by Allie Lewis to cut off the penetration. And a loose ball foul going to be whistled on the Lancers. Foul is going to go against number 13, Bailey Cannon. Cannon checked in during the media timeout.
Another great job by Allie Lewis there. Always doing the little things right that helps her team. See if the Eagles cannot go back-to-back possessions here and open this up a little bit here just before halftime.
2:55 to play, second quarter. 18-9. Grove City leading General McLane. Reiber with it now on the right side. Going to work it to Hannon. Hannon surveying on to Lewis. Lewis looks at the cutters, then goes back out front to Santom. Santom dribble drive, shot up and in. Nice take.
She's having a beautiful first half. That was not an easy shot, and it was contested quite well.
It certainly was, but Santom up to the task, and the Grove City lead is again double digits, 20-9. And on the offensive end, shot going to be up and in.
Well, if I'm in both locker rooms, rebound is in bold letters.
I would say that'll be a big point of emphasis for both of these coaches, Brian. 22-11. Grove City leading by 9. 2:03 to go, second quarter. Como with the basketball. Going to go to Lewis. Lewis to Santom. Santom, a strong take up and in for two. And then Chris Birch talked about it in the pregame interview, dictating the tempo, and it just feels like right now Grove City is indeed dictating the tempo of this basketball game.
Santom, she finishes too. That's the key. She just doesn't get there. She finishes.
Well, when we asked Chris Birch for 3 keys to victory, he talked about tempo and he talked about the execution. And to your point about the finishing, Brian, that's the execution piece of it as the ball goes out of bounds and back to Grove City.
Yeah, there's a reason why you draw up offenses and a reason why you run offenses. That's to get in the end zone in your case. But in their case, get the 2 or the 3 at a high percentage.
22-11, Grove City doubling up General McLane with 1:15 to go in the first half. Hannon on to Reiber. Reiber taking a look, going to go back to Como and around to Santom. Santom to Lewis, and now Como for 2. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, Santom, and a foul going to be called before the shot. Let's see if they're going to call it a shooting foul. Foul's going to go against General McLane, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout on the floor with Grove City leading 22-11. Back after these messages on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7. 96.7.
Could you use $100 cash? Refinance and save instantly. Bring your loans to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, and they might just put cash in your pocket. If they can lower your payment on a loan you have with another lender, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or visit their website at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
The second quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, one of the area's most respected construction companies since 1958.
And welcome back to Grove City. Brandon Fillion, Brian Brown on hand with you today. 22-11. Grove City leading General McLane. 1:01 to go. Second quarter. Como with it now for the Eagles. To Lewis off the inbounds pass. Lewis shot up, no good. A rebound going to be snatched out of there by Bailey Cannon, and here come the Lancers.
Yeah, let's see how patient General McLane is here. They're down 11 points.
And with the basketball now is Opp. Opp, turnaround, no good. A rebound, Cannon, put back, no. Third attempt on the possession for McLane. No, but Cannon will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Yeah, I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's rebounding, and that's got to be the key here. It's going to be critical. Who can ever start boxing out a little better than the other team's going to have total advantage of this game.
Allie Lewis picks up her second foul on the whistle. Cannon free throw off the mark, no good. Substitution now for Chris Birch. Lewis will sit with the aforementioned second foul. Checking into the Eagle lineup will be number 23, Delaney Callahan.
fairly clean game here so far. 6 fouls apiece for General McLean and Grove City.
Cannon, second freebie, no good. A rebound going to be grabbed by Clara Hannon. Hannon brings it across the timeline. Hannon to Como. 30 seconds to go, second quarter, 22-11. Grove City doubling up General McLean.
Grove City's going to hold for the last shot here.
Reiber with it now, going to dribble right side. Reiber, good handles out front. 13 seconds now to go, second quarter. We'll see when Grove City will look to attack as they do exactly what you said and play for this final shot. 6 seconds. Como with it. Como looking for a screen. McLean up to the task. Loose ball, and that's how the first half will end. Grove City takes the lead into the break. 22-11. They lead General McLean. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with halftime talk next, right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your
Brian,
driver's
do you
test?
have stats?
That's right. Mancino's Driving
That's one
School
thing I don't
provides
do
an
either is
approved Pennsylvania Department of
stats.
Education
That's all right.
certified
Do
driving
we want to go
course,
down and
as
see if we
well
can get the
as
book?
behind-the-wheel training.
What are you
Mancino's
looking
Driving
for?
School
Just the
offers
points?
one-on-one, on-the-road driving
What do
lessons
you think?
7 days a week with
I don't know
day
if I-
and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors that have undergone extensive
Yeah, I
background
can.
investigation.
I'm just going to get
For
the top
details
two
or
or
for
just
three.
get a couple.
information on
Yeah, that
adult
sounds
training,
good.
Go
Yep.
online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
Did you know Herman's Pure Spring Water can be conveniently delivered to your home or office for free? Did you know that Herman's Water in most cases is delivered only 48 hours after being bottled? Take advantage.
If I should have took stats or whatever. I'll tell you right now, I'm the worst. I'm the worst stat person in the world.
I don't know. Like I don't know how Briggsy does it. Like to do play by, because I've tried before. I can't do the play-by-play piece. Hey, what's up, Coach Qualick?
Discover your smile at Lombardi Dental.
Up to certain limits, traditional IRAs allow individuals to make tax-deductible contributions. Also within certain limits, individuals can make contributions to a Roth IRA with after-tax dollars. Please call Dave Cash Dollar or Tim Cash Dollar to find out which IRA is right for you at 724-458-5233 or stop in at 115 Erie Street, Grove City, PA, 16127. Registered representatives offering securities through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Dave Cash Dollar also offers advisory services through Cetera Advisor Networks, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cash Dollar and Associates, LLC is not a subsidiary nor controlled by Cetera Advisor Networks.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live and work and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Can you judge a judge? You will on May 18th as we vote for our next Mercer County judge. One candidate has both the aptitude and a proven judicial temperament for the position. As a former prosecutor and current magisterial district judge, D. Neil McEwen has committed to a career to both the safety and security of Mercer County and the integrity of the bench. D. Neil McEwen, experience for the bench, earned on the bench. Get the full answer now at neilmcewenforjudge.com.
Paid for by the committee to elect D. Neil McEwen Judge. Aaron Pisano, Treasurer.
The Halftime Show is being brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Lock, Stock, and Barrel, a full-service deli and PA lottery location in Sharpsville, and proud sponsors of the Lock, Stock, and Barrel sub of the game.
And welcome back to the halftime show. 22-11, Grove City leading General McLean here at the half. We want to remind you that at the conclusion of this one, we'll hand off the baton. We'll send it to West Middlesex for Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg. It's Reynolds. It's West Middlesex, game number 2 of our doubleheader here today on Sports Radio 96.7. And also at the conclusion of this one, we will select our 2 post-game awards, the Lock, Stock, and Barrel sub of the game and the O'Neill Coffee Player of the Game. Those come your way in the post game. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back with third quarter action next, right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs. Sports Radio 96.7. 96.7.
Could you use $100 cash? Refinance and save instantly.
Right back
Bring
on
your
that bike,
loans
brother.
to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, and they might just put cash in your pocket. If they can lower your payment on a loan you have with another lender, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or visit their website at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
The third quarter is brought to you by Medicine Shop Pharmacy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescription.
And welcome back to Grove City as we get set to start the second half of action. Brandon Philly and Brian Brown on hand with you this afternoon, 22-11. Grove City leading General McLane after the first half. And McLane will start it off here in the third quarter. It'll be Emily Hess set to inbound for the Lancers.
And the officials listened to me. I told them before the game, let's start on time. Don't just start early. Start when the clock goes off, and they did. First time an official ever listened to me.
Emily Hess from the top of the key hits the triple to get General McLane off to a fast start here in the third.
And that's exactly what they needed out of the locker room right there.
22-14. McLane cuts it back to single digits on the deficit, but Becca Santum on the other end answers with a deuce and pumps that Grove City edge back up to 10, 24-14 with 7:29 to go in the third.
Nice motion offense that last time by Grove City.
Hess with it. Going to move it to Herberg. Herberg around to Opp. And then Hess. Hess in the lane, dribble, drive, a tough shot for Emily Hess. And Brian, she's the leading scorer, quiet in that first half, really picking it up here in the third.
She's on fire, and she has a mismatch right now. I'd look to take her out and post her up a little bit.
24-16. The Grove City lead is 8 with 6:56 to go in the third. Emma Santum going to kick back out to Hannah Reiber. Reiber nearly lost it, but able to track it back down. Allie Lewis with it now on the left side. Back to Emma Santum and then around to Reiber as Chris Birch surveys the floor from that Eagle bench. Emma Santum, strong take, dribble drive, shot no good. A rebound going to be grabbed by Louisa Opp. Ahead now, they look for Shade and then back out to Hess. Hess, shot no, offensive rebound Opp. Hess thought about three again, now in the lane. Hess for two, off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Herberg. Herberg going to kick it out to Ellie Shade. Shade for three. That one off the back iron and drops for three.
Well, if you're going to give them 3-4 opportunities at it, sooner or later it's going to find the net. Grove City must start boxing out.
24-19, the Eagles' lead has been cut to 5 with 5:53 to go in the third.
Great start by McLane.
Reiber surveying. And Reiber nearly lost it off her foot, able to regain possession. Going to go back to Becca Santum. Around now to Reiber. Hannon down low. Posted up, now Hannon back out front, and they'll reset with Santum. Lots of cutting and movement here from the Eagles on this possession.
And they cut hard, too. They move away from the ball. That's why they're getting open looks, because they move away from the ball.
Santum. Emma Santum to Becca Santum, and now Allie Lewis. Allie Lewis finds Emma Santum down low. Good look, shot no good. And a rebound going to be grabbed by Hess, and here come the Lancers. Opp with it. Opp going to move it to Ellie Shade with 5 minutes to go in the third. Now back to Hess. Hess in the lane. Hess up and in for the deuce. And right now, McLane riding a wave of momentum. Chris Birch wants the timeout. 24-21. Grove City holds on to a three-point edge with 4:53 to go in the third. Back after this full timeout on your home for the District 10 playoffs. Sports Radio 96.7. 96.7.
My bank is a community ag bank. They understand agriculture, and they're local. So when it comes to cultivating a relationship, I bank with them.
We're a community ag bank. We've been supporting local producers, farmers, and growers for a long time. So if you need an ag loan, think of us. Mercer County State Bank. Community-minded just like you. Member FDIC. Visit us online at mcsbank.com.
Lombardi Dental is now offering their exclusive Lombardi Dental Smiles plan.
Our coverage in-house covers all your cleanings, 2 cleanings a year. It covers all your x-rays and all your exams so that you don't have any surprises. If you do have something come up that's small, we give you a big discount, 25% off of any service with no maximum. It's about opening the door to dentistry for everyone.
Visit LombardiSmiles.com for more details on the Lombardi Dental Plan. Lombardi Dental, 60 North Mercer Avenue in Sharpsville. Discover your smile at Lombardi Dental.
The third quarter is brought to you by Medicine Shop Pharmacy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescription.
24-21. Grove City leading McLane by 3 with 4:30 to go in the third. Hess with it now for McLane, and we're going to have, let's see what the call is. I think it was maybe away from the ball, but nonetheless, it's going to go against McLane.
But we don't have a foul coming to the book, so I don't know if it was a 3 seconds call or what, but George Snyder right on top of it, but it wasn't a foul.
With the basketball, Lewis going to go to Hannon. Hannon in the paint. That knocked away, and the ball is going to go back into the hands of the Lancers.
Yeah, not the start you want if you're Coach Birch.
Opp with it. Going to move it on to Massey and then around to Hess. Now Opp. Opp in the paint, stolen by Piper Como. Here comes Como leading the break. Como. A lot of contact with Shade. No call. Loose ball going to be grabbed by Clara Hannon. Emma Santom going to let it fly for 3. Shot no good. Last touched by McLane off the hands of Massey. It'll stay Grove City ball. Let's see what Chris Birch calls here coming off the dead ball.
Should have a media maybe.
And it will be our media timeout with 3:45 to go in the third. Grove City leading McLane 24-21. Back after these messages on your home for the District 10 playoffs. Sports Radio 96.7.
Could you use $100 cash? Refinance and save instantly. Bring your loans to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, and they might just put cash in your pocket. If they can lower your payment on a loan you have with another lender, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or visit their website at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
It's coming sooner than you think.
No!
You can run, but you can't hide. It's close. It's cold and flu season.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Hermitage has everything you need to stay healthy all season long, which includes offering flu shots every day. Visit the Medicine Shop Pharmacy and get your flu shot. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, East 8th Street in Hermitage.
The third quarter is brought to you by Medicine Shop Pharmacy. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, caring beyond prescription.
3:41 to go, third quarter, 24-21. Grove City leading by 3. Piper Como from the block, shot no, but Como's going to be fouled, and she'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Aggressive move by Como, getting to the hoop there.
3:33 to go, third quarter. Piper Como, line to the right for the Eagles. Como first free throw on the way. It's up, it's in.
Yeah, much needed spark right there by the Eagles. See if this doesn't give them a little bit of momentum, but they're going to have to tighten it up on the defensive end.
Como, second free throw on the way. Off the iron, no good. A rebound going to be grabbed by Hess. Shade with it now for the Lancers on the left side. Going to go to Emily Hess, top of the key, and then work it back around for Peyton Massey. Massey tried to find a cutting Hess, knocked out of bounds by Emma Santom. Nice defense, Brian, from Santom.
Real nice defense by Santom, but I think that's a matchup in favor of General McLane. If they can get Hess with her back to the hoop, she can do a nice little pivot move there, draw the foul on Santom. Santom doing a nice job, though.
Hess going to go to Shade. Shade in the lane, loses the ball, but able to regain control. Now Opp with it on to Hess. Hess thought about three, pulled it back down, and now she'll reset the Lancer offense. No, she won't. Hess going to fire from downtown. That one in and out, no good. Rebound Como, and here come the Eagles. Santum with it. Santum pass deflected by Opp. Opp, it looked like took steps, no call, and she'll move it on to Shade, then back to Hess. Hess again going to try for three. That one off the iron, no good. Rebound Emma Santum.
Yeah, Hess is not shy with that. But that's what the team needs right now, trailing by 4.
25-21. Grove City leading by 4 with 2:30 to go here, third quarter. Como with it. Going to lose it out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Eagles. So it's going to go back to McLane. And right now, Brian, if you're Chris Birch, of course you're not happy with this. But here's the thing. There's ebbs and flows in a basketball game. If they can just weather this storm and recapture the momentum, and hey, you're still leading by 4 at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they are, but they are still a 4-point advantage here. But you're right, basketball is a game of momentum, and there's going to be some runs.
Shade with it diagonal now. She'll look, and here's Massey. Massey, the long 2-point attempt, no good. Last touch, let's see. Officials are going to conference. They have Eagles ball, and now they're going to change it to McLean ball. And I will say, from our vantage point, I think great piece of officiating there by Jim Hart to come in and conference on that.
Yeah, they got that done right. That was a nice job there. Unless they were talking about where they're going for lunch. I don't know. It's a good possibility. But no, from our advantage, I definitely thought it was their Lancers ball.
Set to inbound is General McLean. Had a little trouble getting it in, but Opp able to beat the count. Now Opp with it. 1:55 to go. Third quarter, 25-21. The Eagles lead by 4.
If General McLean's patient, they get looks down in the blocks there. They're going to get a cutter coming through there.
Hess going to have her pocket picked, and Lewis going to come up with the loose ball. Lewis to Hannon. Now Como. Como tried to find a cutting Lewis. That ball deflected out of bounds by Emily Hess. Grove City will remain in possession.
Is it safe to say Emily Hess is everywhere out there? I mean, she's really getting it done offensively, defensively. Nice hustle and transition to get back.
Como to inbounds. We'll see what Chris Birch sets out of the out-of-bounds play. Como. And they're going to say a 5-second call on Grove City, much to the dismay of Chris Birch. And I've got to say, that felt awfully quick.
Yeah, it wasn't 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, that's for sure. That was about 4 seconds right there, I felt.
Yeah, it felt like a quick count, but nonetheless, it'll go back to McLean. 25-21. The Eagle lead is 4 with 1:23 to go in the third. Hess with it. Hess going to move it to Shade. Then around for Bailey Cannon. And now Peyton Massey. Massey going to work it to Opp. Opp in the paint. And we're going to have a whistle. I believe it's going to go against Allie Lewis. And it'll put Louisa Opp on the free throw line to shoot 2. Let's see who they get on the foul.
I think you're right on Lewis.
I think now they're going to say Clara Hannon maybe I believe is the official call. Yes, Clara Hannon going to pick it up, her first, team first. Meanwhile, on the free throw line, Opp hits the first of 2.
Well, and this is what we just talked about. You know, Gerald McLean just refuses to go away. And you know, why not? It's in theory, could be your last game of the year. So no sense holding anything back. Let it go. And they are certainly doing that.
Opp, second freebie on the way. That one too strong. No good. 25-22. The Eagles lead by 3 with 1 minute to play, third quarter. Clara Hannon to Lewis. And then around to Reiber. Reiber going to move it to Como. Piper Como. Hand off to Becca Santum. Santum to Como, 3 ball. That one off the iron, no good. A rebound going to be snatched by Louisa Opp. And here come the Lancers, trailing by 3.
Yeah, Coach Burke's just shaking his head over there, disgruntled. I think they could have waited for the last shot there.
25 seconds to go here in the third. Hess, step back from the foul line. Up and in, and just like that, it's a 1-point game.
She is single-handedly keeping her team in this game. There's 5 out there, but she is really bringing the effort right now.
8 seconds to go. Reiber, dribble, drive. Good look. Couldn't get it to go. Opp with the rebound. 3 seconds. Opp going to try to throw it ahead, and the buzzer didn't sound, but it should have. That was a delayed buzzer. The clock had hit zeros. Third quarter into the books. Grove City clinging to a 1-point lead, 25-24. We'll be back with fourth quarter action next, right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Honey, I'm gonna... Our suites give the comfort and care for each individual's need. The staff at Lakes at Jefferson is dedicated to providing the highest level of care to each resident. The Lakes at Jefferson, a comfy, cozy community in the country, but just a short drive to town. The Lakes at Jefferson, an Embassy healthcare community, care-driven, family-oriented. Call 724-704-0039. That's 724-704-0039.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Flynn's will get you in right now.
7:52 to go, fourth quarter, 25-24. Grove City leads by 1. Emma Santom was fouled off the inbounds pass, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2, and Emma Santom knocks down the first.
Yeah, that's big. I think she's right around 50% on the year, so that's a big hoop for her right there to get her going here. Free throws are going to be critical down the stretch, and trust me, we don't have 10 players out there. We don't have 4 or 5 men in that 75% range, so it's going to get interesting here.
Second freebie up and in for Emma Santom. Big free throws for Santom to stretch the Grove City lead back to 3.
Grove City doing a nice job, extended pressure here, half court.
Herberg with it, going to go to Massey, and now Opp. Opp surveying the floor. Opp between the circles to Ellie Shade. Little 1-3-1 perhaps, Brian, for the Eagles?
1-3-1, and I love it. I think that's a great move by Coach Burke. You could sense that Gerald McLean was getting in a rhythm offensively against the man-to-man. Now they got to think a little bit out there.
Yeah, great change-up defensively on the part of Chris Birch. And a near turnover. It almost paid off with a turnover, but now we're going to have a foul instead against the Eagles. It'll be their second team foul, and it's going to go against Allie Lewis. I believe it will be her third.
Yeah, we're a long ways away with just over 7 minutes to go with the foul situation.
Hess with the basketball. Going to go to Opp. Opp back to Hess. Hess on the left block, double teamed, in some trouble. Ball out of bounds, last touched by Grove City.
Yeah, trust me, they need to know where Hess is at all times out there. She's really single-handedly keeping her team around here today.
27-24. Grove City leads by 3. 7:01 to go in regulation. Hess with it on the left side off the inbounds pass, being guarded tightly by Becca Santom. Crossover dribble, kick to Opp. Opp diagonal to Herberg. Nice find on the right block. Herberg couldn't get it to go, and now here comes Clara Hannon in the Eagles in transition. Emma Santom going to go back to Allie Lewis. Lewis to Reiber and around to Santom. Lewis now working the baseline. Allie Lewis, a nice take, had a good look. It wouldn't go. Rebound going to be grabbed by Peyton Massey, and here comes McLean.
Big possession here for General McLean.
Emily Hess with it now for the Lancers. Hess between the circles to Ellie Shade on the right side. Thought about 3, pulled it down. Now they'll try Herberg again on the block. Herberg, reverse layup, shot no, and a foul on the rebound. A loose ball foul will be assessed against McLean, as it was Clara Hannon battling for that rebound. I believe the foul will go against number 24, Louisa Opp.
Again, nobody in foul trouble. Either team an issue right now. But look at that, if that score stays as close as it is right now, you looked about that 3-minute mark, you almost have to start fouling to get you to that 6 foul level. So the next one's a 1-on-1 if you need to foul him.
With the basketball now is Hannon. Hannon, pivot in the post, shot up, no good. A rebound going to be grabbed by Shade. Shade in some trouble. Great defensive effort from Clara Hannon and Becca Santom to force the jump ball call. The arrow, however, will go with McLean.
Yeah, that's been going on the entire game. A lot of jump balls in this game. Both teams going after the ball. And it looks like Grove City's going to come back up in that 1-3-1 half-court trap.
27-24. The Eagles' lead is 3 with 5:40 to go in regulation. Shade with it now for McLane. Gonna go to Opp and then back to Shade. Shade for 3. Shot off the mark. No good. And ball's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by the Lancers. So the Eagles will have it leading by 3 with 5:28 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, and again, that 1-3-1 half-court trap, that's pushing them away from the hoop. It's making them take more time off the clock. I mean, right now, you want to milk a 3-point lead, I don't know, but it's definitely working for Grove City right now.
Piper Como with it now. Como tried to find Santon. That pass errant out of bounds, and it will go back to General McLane.
Coach Birch doesn't have a lot of gray hair, but it's starting to get that way. I mean, I feel for him because they just cannot seem to get the momentum back.
5:10 to go in the fourth, 27-24. Grove City leading by 3. Emily Hess with it. 1-3-1 defensively for the Eagles here. Hess met quickly by Becca Santam, and now double teamed with Clara Hannon.
Grove City has to worry about that low block right there.
Hess tried to find Herberg, and the ball's going to be batted around, and it's going to be Becca Santam who comes up with it. Santam on the right side, strong take up and in, and that's exactly what the Eagles needed.
Yeah, great job in transition there off of the steal. Much needed hoop for them right now with 4:30 to go to another
now
steal.
A steal. Reiber ahead to Hannon. Hannon, pop, shoot from the foul line. Yes, 4-0 run just like that for the Eagles.
Yeah, that hit the very flat back of the rim and just kind of slid in the back door there. Looks like McLean's going to take a 30-second timeout.
31-24. The Eagles have upped the lead to 7 with 4:19 to go in regulation. 30-second timeout taken by McLean. We'll take it with him. We'll be back after this on Sports Radio 96.7.
What do I get for my vote? As voters, we have every right to ask that question. Here in Mercer County, we have an important decision to make on May 18th as we choose our next county judge.
What do I get for my vote?
Magisterial District Judge D. Neil McEwen will answer that question in full transparency. With a vote for Judge McEwen, we get a commitment to integrity, honesty, and fairness. Experience for the bench, earned on the bench. Get the full answer now at neilmcEwenforjudge.com.
Paid for by the Committee to Elect D. Neil McEwen Judge. Aaron Pisano, Treasurer.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Flynn's will get you in right now.
31-24. Grove City leads General McLean with 4:19 to go in the fourth, and a bit of a run now for the Eagles, Brian.
Yeah, absolutely, and it couldn't come at a better time.
Emily Hess off the inbounds pass from McLean. Hess double team by Santam and Como. Let's see, ball out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Eagles, but some nice defensive pressure being applied from Grove City. Shade off the inbounds pass, going to go to Opp. Opp now on the left side. Opp in the lane in trouble. Pocket picked by Clara Hannon. Hannon in transition. Hoop in the harm. Counted for Clara Hannon, the big bucket and the foul to go with it.
And this has all come off of that defensive adjustment for the 1-3-1 zone trap. And the last 2-3 possessions, they've been able to get the turnovers, cashing it in now at the free throw line, hopefully make a 3-point play here. But that extends our lead to 33-24 with exactly 4 minutes to go.
A great adjustment by Chris Birch on the defensive end to dial up the 1-3-1. Hannon.
Nice.
And one up and in, 34-24. The Grove City lead, which was once cut to 1 in the second half, is now back up to 10.
And you can almost say, well, that should be enough, but not against this General McLean team.
Massey with it. Her shot off the side of the backboard, no good. A rebound, Hannah Reiber. Reiber in the paint, gonna take a look and go back around to Hannon.
Yeah, Grove City can be as patient as they want here. Remember, we talked about the foul situation. See what General McLean elects to do here.
Becca Santam to Emma Santam. Now around for Hannon, and then Becca Santam. Good movement right now in this possession for the Eagle offense.
And they have the ability to hold it for a long time.
Santam triple teamed on the baseline. Becca Santam, great kick out for Emma Santam, and Emma Santam knocks down the open deuce.
If there was a great time to start getting hot, now would be it.
36-24. The Eagles' lead has ballooned back up to 12. Massey shot no good. Offensive rebound to Herberg, and a travel call as Herberg came down with the basketball. With that, we should have our fourth quarter media timeout with 3:03 remaining in the fourth. Grove City 36, General McLane 24. Back after these messages on your home for the District 10 playoffs. Sports Radio 96.7.
Did you know Herman's Pure Spring Water can be conveniently delivered to your home or office for free? Did you know that Herman's Water in most cases is delivered only 48 hours after being bottled? Take advantage of Herman's special introductory offer. Receive your first month cooler rental and get 2 5-gallon bottles for free. That's a $20 value with no strings attached. Herman's Water in Sharpsville since 1908. Online at hermanswater.com. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Could you use $100 cash? Refinance and save instantly. Bring your loans to the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, and they might just put cash in your pocket. If they can lower your payment on a loan you have with another lender, Grove City Area Federal Credit Union will pay you up to $100. Visit the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union or visit their website at gcafcu.org. Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
The fourth quarter is brought to you by Flynn's Tire and Auto Service. Flynn's will get you in right now.
36-24 coming out of our fourth quarter media timeout. Grove City leading General McLane. Hannon, pass tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Peyton Massey. So Grove City will remain in possession, leading by 12 with 2:55 to go in regulation.
And Coach Schultz made an adjustment coming out of that timeout as well. They went to a half-court 1-3-1 trap.
Reiber with it now for the Eagles. Reiber going to kick it back out to Piper Como. Back to Reiber, a little weave out front for Grove City. Reiber to Emma Santum. Santum, her shot off the mark, no good, and we're going to have a loose ball foul. I think this is going to go against McLane. Indeed it is, so it'll be Grove City ball out of bounds.
And that doesn't hurt McLane in my opinion right now because that gets them their fifth foul. They still have 2 more to go before they're going to give up the free throw line. The substitution coming in.
5th team foul of the half on McLane. Also the 5th personal foul, Brian, on Louisa Opp, so she will be disqualified on fouls for the remainder of this one.
Looks like Grove City's going to bring it out and try to take some time off the clock.
Hannon, diagonal for Santum, and then around to Como.
Nice job by Como. She had an open look, elected to pull it back off, take some time off the clock.
Como off a Santum screen. Como to Clara Hannon. Now Reiber going to let it fly for 3. Shot no good. A rebound Herberg, but a steal by Reiber. Reiber to a cutting Becca Santum. Shot no, but Santum will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, if you're Coach Birch, you're breathing a little easier here right now. Things are going his way with 2:06 to go and a 36-24 lead and counting as we go to the free throw line.
Santum with it, lined to the right. Becca Santum, first free throw, up and in. Santum, the 75% free throw shooter, makes good on the first.
Yeah, that's who you want there for sure. She's the best on the floor right now as far as percentage, and that first attempt was nothing but net.
Santum shot on the way. It's up, it's in. 38-24. The Grove City lead is now 14 with 2:04 to go here in the fourth. Massey with it, going to work the right side, try to get one to Herberg on the left block. Pass too hot to handle, so it'll go back to Grove City, leading by 14 with 1:57 to go in the fourth.
Grove City in total control right now. They just got to get the ball across half court. Looks like Gerald McLean's coming up in a little bit of a 3-2 zone trap.
Como with it. Como going to go to Emma Santum, back to Piper Como. Hannon now to Becca Santum. Santum in the paint, met by 2 defenders, kicks it back out. Grove City doing a nice job taking time off this fourth quarter clock.
Nice job, and they're not making any lazy passes. That's a tendency to just make lazy passes and defense can run under them.
Reiber to Becca Santum. Becca Santum, fancy dribbling, going to bring it back out front and go to the point guard, Hannah Reiber. Now Como wrapped around to Emma Santum and a steal. Emily Hess able to pick the pocket of Santum, and Hess, beautiful move in transition to avoid the contact shot. No. Offensive rebound, Herberg. Put back, no. Rebound going to be pulled down by Becca Santum. And we'll see if McLean elects to foul.
Yeah,
Santham, fancy dribbling.
They were trying last possession, Brandon. They're going to come after him right now.
And the foul will be given by Peyton Massey for McLean. 58 seconds to go here in regulation, 38-24. It's a 14-point Grove City lead.
Yeah, time to wrap it up, but I'm sure Coach Burke would like to see 16-point lead up there right about now. Breathe a little easier.
Allie Lewis re-enters the Eagle lineup. Giving way will be Emma Santham, to a nice ovation from this Grove City crowd. Piper Como. Como nails the front end of the 1-and-1. Substitution for Grove City. Delaney Callahan into the game. Becca Santham out of the game with a double high five from a very excited Chris Birch on the Eagles sideline.
Very relieved, Coach Birch. But you know what? Tip your cap to Gerald McLean. I mean, for 3.5 quarters, they brought it all day long.
1 for 2 is Como from the line. It's a 15-point Eagles lead, 39-24. 45 seconds to go in the fourth. Hess with the misfire for General McLean. Clara Hannon with it, going to get it to Delaney Callahan. Now back to Hannon. Worked around to Ryber, 34 seconds to go. We'll see if McLean...
That might do it.
See if McLean elects the foul or if they're going to let this fourth quarter clock run out. Callahan being guarded tightly by Hess. We'll move it on to Clara Hannon. 20 seconds to go in regulation. 39-24. Looking like that may well be our final score here this afternoon. Como with it now, under 10 seconds to go. Como going to be able to dribble this one out. 39-24. Your final, Grove City, a winner in the District 10 Class 5A quarterfinal. Chris Birch and company advance to the District 10 semifinals. We'll take a break. We'll be back with post-game next right here on your home for the District 10 playoffs, Sports Radio 96.7.
Reinhardt's Insurance Agency is proud to honor the Mercer County Male and Female Athletes of the Month. Reinhardt's honors Reynolds Wrestling standout Gary Steen as the February Male Athlete of the Month. Reinhardt's Insurance also honors Grove City Girls Basketball standouts Becca Santham and Clara Hannon as the
I would say
February
Becca Santham.
Female
Yep.
Co-Athletes of the
And
Month.
then some of the game would be